Long ago, hidden between thick forests and misty mountains, there was a village called Barrio Kadiliman. The barrio was ruled by two powerful groups, the Mangkukulam and the Mambabarang. The Mangkukulam were masters of dark spells. With whispered chants and ancient rituals, they could curse anyone who opposed them. The Mambabarang were even more feared. They controlled swarms of insects and creatures that carried sickness and misfortune. At first, the people of Barrio Kadiliman respected them, but as years passed, the Mangkukulam and Mambabarang became proud and cruel. They used their powers not to protect the village, but to control it. One day, the leaders of both groups gathered in the center of the barrio and made a terrible decree. Anyone who disagrees with us shall suffer. They will be struck by illness, pain, and endless misfortune. Fear spread through the village. No one dared speak against them. Farmers gave away their harvests. Fishermen surrendered their catches. Even children were taught never to question the rulers. Whenever someone complained, strange sicknesses followed. Crops withered. Nightmares haunted families. Soon, the entire barrio lived under a shadow of fear. Years passed, and hope seemed lost. Then one rainy evening, a stranger arrived. He wore a simple cloak and carried a wooden staff. No one knew his name or where he came from. The villagers warned him. "Leave while you still can," they said. "The Mangkukulam and Mambabarang rule this place. If you oppose them, they will destroy you." The stranger smiled. Darkness rules only where people believe it cannot be challenged. The next day, he walked into the village square and openly spoke against the rulers. The Mangkukulam were furious. They cast powerful curses upon him. Black smoke swirled around his body, but the stranger stood unharmed. The Mambabarang unleashed their insects and creatures. Thousands of crawling shadows rushed toward him. The stranger raised his staff, and a brilliant light burst across the square. The insects scattered and vanished into the forest. Word spread quickly. For the first time, the villagers witnessed someone resist the rulers. Enraged, the Mangkukulam and Mambabarang joined forces. Together they summoned a storm of darkness. Thunder shook the mountains. The sky turned black. The stranger climbed a hill overlooking the barrio and faced them alone. "Your power comes from fear," he declared. "But fear ends today." The battle lasted from sunset until dawn. Dark spells filled the air like fire. Shadows twisted across the land. Yet the stranger's light grew brighter with every attack. As the first rays of morning appeared, the villagers gathered below. Seeing the stranger's courage, they found courage within themselves. They stood together and refused to be afraid. The darkness began to weaken. The Mangkukulam and Mambabarang realized their greatest weapon was gone. Without the people's fear, their power faded. With one final burst of light, the stranger shattered the dark storm. The leaders of the Mangkukulam and Mambabarang were defeated and fled into the wilderness, never to rule the barrio again. The villagers celebrated their freedom. The sicknesses vanished. The crops grew once more. Children laughed in the streets without fear. When the people searched for the stranger to thank him, he was gone. Only his wooden staff remained, standing in the village square. To this day, the people of Barrio Kadiliman tell the story of the mysterious stranger who defeated darkness, not through greater magic, but through courage, hope, and the belief that no ruler should control others through fear. And they remember his lesson. The strongest light is the courage to stand against darkness.